You've heard some of our methods and stories, but everyone with dementia is a bit different, and they have their own stories, and how they cope is different. We don't fit into a cookie cutter, and that's what a lot of people try to place us into, is a cookie cutter, and that's part of the stigmatism, I think, of dementia and Alzheimer's and the whole 80 or 90 branches that there are of dementia. We're all different, we all cope different. Yes, we have some similar symptoms. I may have one symptom that another person doesn't have for another little while, or they've gotten past that and they're at a different stage. And people have to realize that. It's not what they've been brought up to believe. And one of the things I can say is, I'm very glad I'm able to teach my grandchildren that people with dementia are the same. They forget a lot. They can't do as much as they used to. But my grandkids are not growing up with that stigmatism like I had. Speaking of symptoms, well, we've all been diagnosed with a type of dementia. As I said, all of our symptoms are not all the same. Some people have memory loss, forgetting a person's name when you meet, but remembering it later on after they've left. Talking to someone in mid-sentence and completely forget what you were talking about. And just hanging in the air.
Yeah. And some have difficulty performing tasks, and you get frustrated as I do, trying to do the tasks you used to be able to do. Some have more changes in mood and behavior. Mood swings from one end to the other. You're told you don't smile like you used to. You're told you're bossier than you used to be. These things can be upsetting to you and others around you.
Some have more communication problems. Reaching for a word, but it's not there. Wanting to say one word, but a different word comes out. Finding words to explain your thoughts and feelings becomes harder at times. I'm a huggy-feely person, and that part I don't usually forget, except I forget maybe not everybody else isn't a huggy-feely type of person.
Our advice would be take your time, let people know you have a problem with communication, thinking and remembering properly. Yes, it's hard for some of us to do that, but maybe come up with ways to tell different groups of people varying amounts of information, such as maybe decide what information you're going to tell people you do know, what information you're going to tell people you don't know very well, and as you do, show your memory card, and as I have done too, and it's really helpful.
Other things are, ask people to remember to repeat themselves over and over again, or ask them to rephrase it another way if you still don't understand it.
Yeah.
And then, try a few different things. Ask them to rephrase it until you get it, or you just say, I'm not getting this today. If it's too noisy or crowded, ask to go to a quieter corner or a place to help you concentrate better if you're in large crowds. If you lose your train of thought and can't get it back, just let it go. When I'm with someone like that, I like to say, that train of thought left the station without me. Let's go on to something else, talk about something else. I've said that so many times. Ask ask for help. There is really, it's hard to do at first, but people, once they understand, they are willing to help. Not everybody is, of course. There are people that will just go, oh.
Yeah, they're scared they might catch it.
Yes. But, and I was always afraid of that at first, but I'm getting over that. These are only some of our changing life that we are living now. So be kind to yourself. We have to be kind to ourselves, be gentle with ourselves, and forgive ourselves for, you know, it's not that we're dumb, it's just that our brain has just had a moment of one snaps, it's not talking to the other one.
Right.
I know you and I, Marilyn, we know we're still a person. I am still a person. You are still a person. Let people know that, and that they should talk to you about any decisions that involve you, not just do it. Ask us what we want to do. Maybe don't give us a choice, but involve us in our life. Don't just go and say, this is the best part, this is the best thing for you. Involve us. All of us would appreciate that.
Yes, and we have to make sure that we are heard and that we know that we have rights.
And we have to let people know that there is a Charter of Rights for people with dementia.
Yeah.
And we want, Marilyn and I, we want to be a voice and make it known what can be done, what we can accomplish, what we can help people with, or if we can't do it, where they can get help.
And it's not the end if you get the diagnosis.
It is definitely not the end. It's just a new chapter in your life.
For more information, visit our website or contact the Alzheimer's Society at 1-800-611-6345. There will be somebody there to help.